Welcome to the latest edition of our Seafood News Roundup, sponsored by Urner Barry's Comtel. I'm Seafood News Editor Michael Ramsing, and joining me today at the news desk is Urner Barry staffer Jocelyn Garcia Rojas. Jocelyn, how's it going today?
Going well, Michael.
It's almost Labor Day. I unfortunately have my black jacket on to commemorate the end of summer. Well, anyway, we have a strong show for you today. Before we break for the long Labor Day weekend, at the top of our show is some grim news from the latest crab stock survey out of the Bering Sea. But first, here's Jocelyn with some other news headlines from around the industry.
A report from Oregon's Dungeness Crab Commission showed the state's crab fishermen had an excellent year. Over 14 million pounds of crab were landed for the season, which was valued at over 51 million. Good enough for a state record. Meanwhile, in Alaska, Quick Pack Fisheries says 2016 has been a pivotal year for the Yukon River salmon season because of record-breaking harvests. The total salmon haul from the Yukon is over 940,000 chum to date. Managers are calling the fall chum salmon harvest the largest in the 55 years of the commercial fishery. Quick Pack said it also is hoping to establish another milestone in the Yukon with the targeted pink salmon fishery, since escapement this year was over double figures from previous years. Finally, live lobster prices spiked again this past week, according to Urner Barry. This pushed the market to the 10-year high from the month of August. The market moved higher as the many retailers upped their orders from the Labor Day weekend. At the same time, that processors continue to buy to keep their plants running. Processors say U.S. demand for lobster remains strong, and they're moving meat as fast as they can produce it. Lobster meat imports to the U.S. have been the highest in years, with each month of 2016 exceeding the volume of any of the past 4 years. At the same time, lobster meat prices continue to trend at higher record highs. That's it for today's headlines. Remember to sign up for seafoodnews.com to receive daily news updates straight from the seafood industry. Now here's Michael with today's top story.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Topping the news in today's program are poor summer survey results from the Apilio and Bairdi crab stocks in the Bering Sea. Raw survey data released in late August by Dr. Bob Foy at the Kodiak Fisheries Science Laboratory show the legal male biomass has declined in all the major crab fisheries. Now the issue is if an analysis of the survey numbers will show a sufficient enough stock to meet Alaska's state minimums needed to open the commercial snow and tender crab fisheries this fall. Alaska's Department of Fish and Game is expected to make a final announcement about the 2016-2017 Alaskan crab season in early October. If the minimum threshold of the Bering Sea's crab populations is not met by then, both crab fisheries will remain closed. For now, it seems the best case scenario for Alaska's upcoming crab season is opening under lower quotas, while complete closure to the commercial fishery is now a real possibility. And that's it for today's news, but before we go, here's Jocelyn with a quick look at the seafood markets with data powered by Urner Barry's Comtel.
Thanks, Michael. Market activity this week showed continued strength for headless shell on Gulf of Mexico shrimp, driven by growing supply concerns and sharp increases for raw materials. North American lobster tail prices declined for 4-ounce and smaller tails because of good supplies, while prices for the larger tail sizes were up from lack of availability. Finally, the Western fresh fish market reported higher rockfish prices with production limited from inclement weather. Back to you, Michael.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Well, that's it for our show, which was brought to you today by Urner Barry's Comtel. Get a subscription today and boost your market intelligence with access to the most comprehensive database of seafood market quotations, news, and expert analysis available to the wholesale seafood industry. Make smarter decisions every day with Urner Barry's premium market information platform. Sign up at shop.urnerbarry.com or call us at 732-240-5330. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SeafoodComNews and at UBSeafood. Did I mention we're podcasting? That's right. Just search Urner Barry or Seafood News through iTunes or Google Play and start listening on your mobile device today. I'm Michael, that is Jocelyn, and this was your Seafood News Roundup. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great Labor Day weekend, and we'll catch up with you next week.